It's LaVonne and Michelle.
Hello.
We are coming to you from Love at LaVintage today. Our store's closed, but I asked Michelle to do a special favor for me because I'm so excited about Davine Dreamz cosmetics that we have. So tell us a little bit about Davine Dreamz and how you came up with this dream.
With our soaps and bath items, lotions from Chellz Dreamz. And we wanted to have something exclusive that would be carried in LaVonne's store exclusively.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we are too. But years ago, as my daughter was growing up, she has a lot of autoimmune illnesses, which affects her skin. So she is about all natural, anything from her makeup, her lotions, even the food she eats. She's very disciplined when it comes to that. So we were doing research to try and find the right ingredients to use in these products that would be beneficial for your skin and that would be also safe. And that's how we came up with Davine Dreamz, which is named after my daughter Davina.
That's so cool. So the autoimmune disorder we were talking about, so we both have problems like that. I myself have celiac, and some people have the skin rash, me not so much, but I do have to make sure that my lipstick especially is gluten-free. You know how you lick your lips and everything like that. But another thing for me, and then I want you to tell folks about your experiences too, but I kind of like quit wearing makeup. I definitely quit coloring my hair. You can see that right here. But I quit doing that just because I really felt that if I was returning to a more natural, less processed diet, that what we're putting in our skin and should be as well. So I'm really excited to start wearing makeup again because I just kind of got away from it, but I like to look glamorous or try. So that's why I'm excited. But so you have some skin disorders that stem from autoimmune.
Right. I have was finally diagnosed with fibromyalgia. Is one of the diagnoses I just received. And what happens in fibromyalgia is the nerve endings become inflamed and irritated. And for me, it comes out on my skin. Like it'll come out on my scalp and then on my face. And if I weren't using the natural products, it would be really bad.
So it kind of relieves it?
It relieves it. It helps soothe it. The cocoa powder, the cinnamon helps treat the acne.
You brought some literature along, and I was reading over the ingredients, and it's almost like pumpkin pie,
Exactly.
Nutmeg and cinnamon are really good for drawing out impurities in the skin. So I just read that. And I have to admit, I did try already using, I bought some of the makeup because I'm just so excited about it. So I've been wearing this foundation, and I'm like easing into it. It's still not a habit for me every day, but I've had an impurity along the side of my nose. I feel like Santa Claus laying her finger along the side of her nose. But I've had this like just thing under the skin, and it drew it out. It's crazy. So it's like I had been considering going to an anesthetist. I said it right, I think. But, to get that taken care of. But I was like, wow, I know it's the makeup because that's the only thing that had changed. So with that being said, I'm pretty excited. So do you want to give me a daytime look?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm pretty fair, and I selected the light skin. So I just did the back of the hand test. Is that what you recommend for people to select the color of foundation?
I would, or even on your neck.
Okay. So we're going to have some samples here at the store so that when you come in, you can test, to see. So, so right now you have light, medium, and medium/dark, right?
Correct.
And
Right.
did you say you're working on formulating a darker skin
I
formula?
am. I am. And also, too, if there is a shade here that doesn't fit your skin, because a lot of people have different tones to their skin. They could have like a yellow tone,
Okay.
or like an olive, or even like a reddish tone or whatnot. There's different things we can add to it so it's closer to your skin color.
Okay.
Now these foundations, they're not like a complete coverage. It's a sheer foundation. So what it's going to do, it's going to tone your skin, but it's going to be light enough that it's not going to look
Okay. Like pancake makeup,
right.
right?
Exactly.
Okay. So yeah, because we have some other women that are anxious to have some makeovers too, and they have varying degrees of skin tones as well. So it'll be interesting to see the makeup on different skin tones.
Absolutely. And
So
yeah, even if they are having trouble finding the right tone, they can just reach out to me and we can come up with a tone that would fit them.
custom
So,
formulation, huh?
Absolutely.
Cool. Okay, so the foundation is available in 2 ounce or 4 ounce, and it's 10 for the 2 ounce and 20 for the 4 ounce. Fair pricing. So I'm assuming that's where we're going to start. No, I cannot take the lid off without smelling this.
And it smells good.
And it smells like a cup of hot chocolate or chocolate and pumpkin pie or something. It is amazing. So how about my face here?
Can't wait. Now this foundation, we use almond oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, beeswax, vitamin E, and zinc oxide. The zinc oxide will actually work as a
astringent or
no.
oh, like the zinc kind of dries, right?
What it's a can't remember.
Mask?
No. I'll have to cut that part.
Yeah.
All right, let me start over. It's
Okay.
a sunscreen.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right, we'll start that part over.
Okay.
Okay. What we put in our foundation is almond oil, shea butter, cocoa butter, beeswax, vitamin E, zinc oxide, which acts as a sunscreen. You have SPF 20, and cinnamon and cocoa powder.
Wow. So technically you could eat this stuff.
We could.
And it's really good for your skin. So what does that mean for shelf life? Because there's no preservatives in it. So does that mean, is it best to store it in the fridge, maybe?
Somewhere cool.
Okay,
Somewhere
cool.
They can be good up to like 6 months or so.
Okay, good to know.
You just want to make sure that it's in a cool place.
And typically you don't want to store makeup really much longer than that anyway.
Right,
They do
right.
recommend, huh?
Right, they like you to recycle that.
Okay. So do you recommend like putting it on with your hands, or how do you apply foundation? I know it's different when you might be applying it on me, but for myself.
Yeah, for yourself, if you have a little scoop, you just want to take a little scoop out, and I would recommend putting it like on a dish or whatnot. And then you can apply it with your fingers as long as you wash your hands beforehand. Make sure they're
So you don't want to contaminate. Boy, that's good to know, because I'm like, in my world with celiac, I'm all about contamination or avoiding contamination. So I never really thought about it. Even, it's funny, we were talking about the similarities between painting and this, because that's another thing too. Like when I'm using something, a lot of times I'll pour some out so as not to contaminate the whole container when you dip in. So
exactly.
yeah, good to know.
Yep, definitely. Okay, so what we're going to do first here, we're going to apply the foundation. And let's see here.
Now, while you're looking for the appropriate brush, are you going to use a brush?
I am going to use a brush mostly to, if you don't mind if I put it on your lid here.
Go right ahead.
Just to scoop some of it out and to get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm losing my train of thought. Oh, that reminds me to tell everyone that we are also coming out with a line of brushes. that we're going to be selling here. So maybe some other goodies coming along, but brushes, sponges, you know, some good applicator tools for this makeup, and maybe even some cases and caddies, perhaps. So stay tuned for that news.
All right. And what I do here, just to get it to a little thinned out so it'll be easy to apply.
Do you recommend doing this in the lid, or
It could be anywhere.
okay,
like if you have
but then you'd like wipe that out
Mhm.
before you put the lid back on.
Correct.
Smart
Mhm.
thinking. I'm learning. I'm learning here.
This
Things
was
you
all
never
trial
think
and
of.
error.
Well, it is important. It is really important.
Mhm.
So, you know, makeup isn't just about looking good, but, you know, nowadays with all these things that, you know, especially here's, you know, your daughter,
Mhm.
you, me, here's 3 people, and I'm thinking of other people I know that have autoimmune disorders. So, you know, things like that, we really need to pay attention to everything.
Absolutely. Things that we've always taken for granted, we now have to be very cautious.
Yep.
Makes a difference. All right. I'm just using a little makeup brush for now, but you can apply with your hands as long as they're clean. Yeah. And free of any oils.
Or a sponge, right?
Or sponge.
Mhm.
Makeup sponge is what I would recommend, though.
Okay.
To make your skin so soft. I've had
It does.
so many compliments already on it.
You know, I tend to be, it's so weird how, like, different areas of your skin, like, I tend to be oily under my eyes. So, but I find that this goes on. It has, I don't know, it's odd, but I love it. It's so soft. But when it goes on, it feels a little oily, but then it quickly just absorbs into the skin and just makes it soft.
Absolutely. You won't need a moisturizer when you
Yeah,
use
I don't
this.
feel greasy at all, though. That's the thing. I don't feel at all greasy.
It's just enough to soak into your skin.
Okay.
And almond oil is just, I love almond oil.
I love the smell of it, too.
Mhm.
So we were talking about a couple different things here. So many things that it's good to point out with the cosmetics, but it's hard to talk and get your makeup done. You're like, yeah, moving target.
It's so much easier too if you have the sponges, or you can use your fingers. It's easier to get that in there because the heat from your fingers will also get that into your skin a little bit more.
Okay. So it is okay to use your hand, but just
Oh, yeah.
clean hands.
It smells good enough to eat.
Oh, it does. It smells amazing. And you know, it might be in my imagination, but I think that my sense of smell has intensified ever since I have gluten out of my diet. I don't know why, but I have found it to be true. So I'm going with that. But it's just so funny that every time you bring that sponge close to me, I smell a different ingredient. I smell like those pumpkin spices and the cocoa. Of course, the cocoa is the most
cocoa's my
prevalent
favorite.
thing. It is my favorite thing too. But that's the first thing you smell when you take the lid off. That's what I get right away.
It's just crazy how it's just something from your kitchen.
But it has to be just the right formulation. And you worked with that, I'm sure, hours upon hours.
For a long time.
Yeah. So when you first got the product out here, and the girls next door at Sheer Power were, we did a fascinating fashion show, and we also did a photo shoot prior to that where we did some trial runs with the cosmetics. The night of the photo shoot, we released it that night, but we did you had asked for some feedback, so we gave you some feedback. So every time you use it and you get more feedback, that helps you to perfect the product.
Exactly. Because I want to know what people are looking for, and what they like. This is for not only for me, but it's for everybody who wants to go natural.
Right.
So,
Right.
So we have our foundation on.
Okay.
And how's that feel so far?
It feels good. Yeah. I typically don't wear powder, but you're going to put some powder on me, I see.
Yeah, this will be a setting powder, so it's going to help.
So it'll stay on? Okay.
Yep.
All right. And the powder is, I didn't get one of those out, but the powder is available. Oh, no, I think, isn't that the foundation?
That's the face powder.
Yes. That's face powder.
That's good.
I don't have my glasses on, so, okay. So, and again, you recommend applying with a brush.
A brush
right?
for the powder, yes.
Okay.
I would apply with the brush, and you can also, any essential oil users out there, you can add a couple drops to your powder of lavender oil, tea tree, whatever you might need at that time.
That's really good to know. If someone had, suffers from headaches, or, sometimes you have to drag yourself out. And if you put some of the headache blend on there or something, that could really be great.
Well, even the lavender and tea tree is also good for your skin. So there's a couple other oils. There's so many oils out there that can help with inflammation, that can help with acne. Tea tree is very good for acne, as well as lavender oil.
This is just all around good stuff.
Yes. Oh yeah. And you can put as little or as much as you like in it. So it makes it nice.
Well, I have to comment on how beautiful you look.
Aw, thank you.
This smells amazing.
Yep, and this is just arrowroot powder, which also has benefits in itself. It has cinnamon.
Smell the cinnamon.
Cocoa powder.
Now I noticed you put a little bit on my eyelids of foundation and powder, so that's important as a primer when you put shadow on, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
This is going to help set your foundation.
It just smells so good. Oh, my stomach's making funny noises
See, now she's
today.
hungry. She's going to eat this makeup now.
Yes. that's I think your body does work that way. When you smell food, then your digestive system starts expecting it. Now, I will admit I've used some of the blush, even because, like I said, I'm so not used to, and in this habit of not wearing makeup now, that I really just, sometimes I don't put the foundation on, but I've been keeping the blush with me. That is so soft. I mean, it's just funny because I put it on, and again, I'm using my fingers, but I put it on and I just kind of blow a little bit of the powder off, and then when I rub it in, it just gets so soft.
It's shea butter.
Okay.
And beetroot powder.
Okay.
And this basically all I use. A little bit arrowroot. Arrowroot is what makes it silky.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
all right.
So, and then I have another color that's coming out. I use hibiscus.
Okay.
Powder as well.
Okay.
And that's more of a peachy color.
Oh, nice. So. Well, I'm pretty happy with this one, but I'll be anxious to see that. Maybe the summertime look.
Definitely. Yeah, I'll be coming out with all different kinds of colors. We're still playing around with some of the ingredients right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
It's like a mad scientist you are.
Oh, it is so much fun.
I would imagine so. I know when I was younger, I loved makeup. I just loved it. I would do all kinds of... I loved 17 and Teen magazine.
I remember. I always got 17. I love that.
They'd have little diagrams for how to apply shadow, and I'm sure they still do today, but I just don't read all that stuff nowadays, But I always remember this one configuration. It was like a triangle that, you just kind of did that when I would do all that stuff.
Now, all my girls are really good with makeup, so they've been teaching me a lot too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, so you just like tap a little excess powder off.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I love this color. It's like a mauve.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty.
Yeah. And pretty soon, I'm gonna try and come out with a bronzer. That's been a little more difficult, but to get just the right shade.
Yeah, because you don't want it, like for me, like I'm so fair skinned,
Right.
you know. Now I can see without my glasses on, looking in the video, that I can see the definition that just did for my cheekbones, you know, and I see you seem to apply it a little bit higher than I typically do, so that's a good lesson for me.
Well, you've got these beautiful cheekbones.
Oh, thank you. And you know, you made me smile. So just thinking of that, is that what you should do when you're applying blush? Just smile.
You could apply it a couple different ways. Some people will. So, but yeah, you can just see the lining of your cheekbones.
Okay. I'm liking what I see so far.
I love it.
What I can see without my glasses. So I was going to wear contacts, but then I thought maybe that would be a little difficult for you to work with. And so,
well, we're going to give it a shot here.
All right.
So
yeah, this is unusual for me. So eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow.
I'm excited about this. I haven't worn eyeshadow and eyeliner for years, so this is exciting.
So I know you were looking at.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like this color, which is what's the name of that color? It's like a creamy color.
That has alfalfa.
Okay.
It's like sort of like a greenish tint.
Okay.
That's made it from alfalfa powder.
Oh wow. And that so just so they see. So that's like a stack. This is a 4 shadow pack, and then that also comes in a 2 shadow pack, and then in a single, right? Yes, this is how they come with an applicator, and it's all packaged. And then here's the 2 pack, and then the single is just right in front of my face.
The single.
Okay. All right.
What she wants to use, this is what I named it Envy.
Envy.
Yep. Okay. It has arrowroot powder, alfalfa powder, and shea butter.
Okay.
And she also wants to use, I believe.
Yes. The top color. What is that called?
That's golden brown. That has arrowroot, nutmeg, turmeric, and shea butter.
Okay. Now I might ask you then too. This looks so much fun. This is out of the single, and it's just kind of a mix-up. And I'm thinking that might be kind of cool to bring in on the sides, maybe.
It's just something fun.
Yeah. So I asked about it. I thought it was separated, and she said no, it's just a mix. So how does that mix on your skin?
Well, it depends how you apply it. If you apply more of the white, obviously it's going to be a little lighter, but you can mix them together where you'll get more of a like a gray.
Okay.
Smoky.
And so if you just like put the applicator on and just glide it across, you just kind of get like a marbled.
We could try.
Okay, I'm game.
We could try.
I'm game.
But I like to mix it up because I just love gray. I love that color on the skin and
yeah. And I see. Is that what you're wearing?
I am wearing this color.
Okay.
And then I'm also wearing the mauve, which is right here.
Okay. Okay, I am like nervous about that one for me as far as a shadow color, because I don't know. I just feel like it's I feel like I would have pink eye on your skin. It looks really good. This is the blush, right? I'm just putting that away. Putting a lid on that.
Well, also too, it all depends on how much you apply. Obviously, you know, if you just want a real light pink color, you would just apply it lightly.
Yeah.
It's all about layering.
I see people that do pink, and it looks great. But I guess that's one of my just taboo things that I worry about. So it may not necessarily be true, but we all know that there's things that we worry about. What's that acronym? FEAR, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. So
So just experimenting and see what works for you.
My stomach must really think it's getting something here. We keep saying all these food things and all these great smells. Yeah.
We might be getting some chocolate after
Yeah.
this. Okay. Okay, and this is how it looks on there. It's very smooth.
You know, talking about the contact lenses too, so I guess, again, I kind of simplified my makeup routine before I started wearing the contacts, but I found that when I do wear cosmetics, that it's best to put the makeup on and then pop the contacts in.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Although I need my contacts to see.
To see. Well, that's why the glasses for me are never far away.
So I've just been able to apply it in such a way.
You whatever you figure out that works for you, right?
Yep, exactly. So we're just going to put this on the base. I love this.
I want to peek. How long does it take you to put your own makeup on?
Like this morning, it took maybe a half an hour.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But on most mornings when I'm going to work and I'm running late, like 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, and it's usually just the bare necessity is like maybe one color on my lid. Just because I'm always flying out the door.
You and me both.
And this is all about layering, so you can have as much or as little as you like.
Okay, so every layer builds up the color.
Mm-hmm.
And I had asked Michelle to give me a daytime look. So your answer to that was that these, with this makeup, it pretty much is just a daytime look, right? Or explain that.
Right. It's it's not pigmented like most makeup is. So the colors are coming from natural,
like the dyes and the beads or whatever.
Right. So you're not going to have that pigment that you normally would in over the counter makeup.
Okay.
But I do have a few colors that I am coming out with where I'm using more of a mineral. So, and those are like all the fun colors.
So they could potentially be evening.
Right. And that's something that I'm working on right now. Like your blues and that's all from just natural pigments. So. All right. Chances this. So now we are using the
we'll
brown.
have to plug in and continue.
That works for me. Just take this off. Even the eyeshadows smell good.
Let me smell.
That one has nutmeg.
Oh yeah. That smells so good.
Yeah, my kids got excited at first when they were smelling all this stuff coming from the kitchen.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, what's Mom cooking? But nothing.
You have one boy, right?
One boy.
Yep. The girls probably did get excited about the fact that it was makeup, but I'm sure your son was just thrilled.
He's actually very excited about the products I make.
That's cool.
Even like the soaps and stuff from my Chellz Dream line. He loves it. He loves it all. He likes the bath bombs, and
Well, then maybe have a built-in marketer.
he would be. He tells everybody about my scrubs and stuff. So
That's wonderful. How old is he?
he's 9.
9. Oh, boy.
Yep. Yep. He's a big helper. So
I remember him running around the store probably when he was about 4. So
yeah. He's been a big help. He was just helping me this morning, edge some soaps and stuff. So he's developed an interest in the all natural products, which is how I started my soap business.
Oh, that's cool.
He has very sensitive skin, so we couldn't use anything over the counter. So we just started. That's how we started in the all natural
vein.
Yep. So that way I knew what was going into my products, and I knew the benefits, and that it wasn't going to harm any of their skin. So there's that. Let's see. And you were thinking about
Yeah, just maybe a little
like
bit of
that?
that. That
Sure.
seems like that might be fun in the corners. Getting a little carried away now.
Look at you. She's getting all adventuresome here.
I love gray too. So
We also have the gray in the mix down here too, and that's charcoal and arrowroot.
okay.
Which charcoal is very good, very, very good for your skin as well. Okay. Just add this to the side. Ooh, I like it.
Do you have any tips for people my age? I'm 60, so like older people. Inside, I'm extremely immature, but you know.
Oh, listen to you.
But I'm just wondering if there's any tip things that a woman my age should not do with makeup.
I like. I know a lot of people like to wear under here. You know, that's one thing that even at my age that I've been staying away from.
Me
It
too. I
seems
mean, I
to-
feel like, you know, like when I did wear makeup, especially, and I do wear mascara. When I wear mascara, I don't put it on the lower lashes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like my eyes are kind of wide set, and, you know, they're a little smallish, I think, a little squinty maybe. And I feel like that just accentuates that. So I try to
Right.
avoid that.
Right. Yeah, and it also brings out, you know, as the older we get, we're starting to
Get circles under
get
the
circles
eyes,
and
you know.
things like that. So it keeps the focus off of that and onto your eye.
Okay.
So and stay away from a lot of like blues and like the
And it's
more
funny,
neutral
like I do
colors.
have blue eyes, but I do feel like lighter colors really are make them look bluer as opposed to wearing blue.
right.
And I feel like blue's sort of unnatural anyway. I mean, it when you're young you can do that stuff, I think, but when you get older it's like
No.
not so much.
No. Not me.
I remember seeing J-Lo. She had all white clothes on. She looked so cute, and she had blue nail polish and this heavy blue eyeliner, and it looked adorable, but I could never pull that off. It's like,
I know. I honestly, I don't think she's human. She's just
I know,
too
it's like
perfect.
yeah, because she's not super duper young anymore, but yeah,
Right.
she is beautiful.
I like how this gray looks. I'm just going to take a little brush to some of that. Just to get some of the loose makeup that maybe come off. that look so far?
Looks good. I hope you guys think so as well. That's not, you're my mirror right now, so.
All right, and what we have here, we're going to just put a teeny weeny bit of the eyeliner on,
Okay.
just to give it a little definition.
Okay.
And the eyeliner is, we have charcoal, shea butter, bentonite clay, and then I also added lavender essential oil. So,
Gee.
well, I know for my mascaras and the eyeliners, sometimes with the ingredients, like if you want a softer liner to go on smoother, I always add lavender oil. Even the mascaras, you know, sometimes your mascara gets a little clumpy.
Yeah.
Add some lavender essential oil in there, shake it up.
Oh, wow.
So,
Good to know. The mix master.
love lavender. I use it for everything.
We might have to have an event at the store again, like a makeover clinic, maybe, you know, where you'll be here with your lab coat. And, you know, maybe we could give makeovers that day.
Oh,
and,
that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And of course, there's usually wine involved in these events, so.
That is a must.
Yeah.
That is the main
It
ingredient.
always makes it more fun. Have to have all of the little things back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we
That
definitely
was
gotta do that.
I don't like care for pears, but that pear vinegar in that Moscato, oh my heavens, that was good.
I didn't get to try it.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have to do it again.
For sure. And that was that new company that's out now.
All of the
Nice.
little things,
The
yeah.
little things. I love that name.
Yeah, it's so cute.
All right, we're just gonna add just a little bit here. Okay.
So because my eyes are kind of wide set, are you kind of sticking to the outer corners? Is that the...
Right.
Okay.
That's what I
Mine.
love black eyeliner, so I wear a lot of it.
Yeah, it's kind of a new adventure for me. I love the way it looks on people. I'm always in such a hurry that, like, I used to use pencils more, you know, like a chunky pencil. But I always liked the way cake eyeliner looked.
This is what I started using. I got away from the pencils a long time ago. I just like the feel.
Yeah,
of
I
this.
noticed you like, so you're using a brush and you're applying it like really close to my lash line, right? Okay.
Right.
Does that have any effect on your lashes as well? Does that benefit like making your lashes look darker or fuller?
I just think it like, especially when you apply your mascara, I just think it has a good flow. So, well, hopefully soon, I'm coming up with a skincare line, which will include eyelash serum. Which will help strengthen and grow your eyelashes.
Oh,
So.
that's really exciting. I didn't know that.
Oh, I got all kinds of goodies coming up. You'll have facial cleanser, facial moisturizer, toner.
Nice. So do you recommend, so I guess you have to clean your brushes after every time you use them, right?
Yeah, I usually recommend doing that.
Did you just do a soap and water wash?
You can get things over the counter that are
Like a spray? Okay.
it's like a makeup cleanser. I like to do that just because I like to make sure that they're cleaned.
Maybe you'll have to come up with something on your line for that as well.
That's what I'm thinking. Thinking something maybe with a little witch hazel.
Okay. Make it a one-stop shop here.
Yeah. I just use real small strokes.
Okay.
So you're painting them on. Let me take a look here. I'm just going to add just a little bit more. And then
This is exciting. I'll definitely have to recreate this look.
oh, I hope you like it.
I'm sure I'm going to. Like I said, for me, it's just going to be exciting just to see the change. Oh, I wish you guys could smell this. It just smells amazing.
I know for the fashion show or the other day, that's the first thing they said was how good everything smelled and how soft their skin was, which makes me very happy. So
Yeah, we've been selling the product. You know, people are trying it, and
good. I'm hoping with the samples too, they can try.
Yeah.
They can try it before they purchase. But I guarantee they will love it. And then what I have here is some mascara,
Okay.
and that has the charcoal,
Okay.
and it has some just aloe vera gel, a couple of those natural things in there too. And I do the same thing if you're, sometimes it gets clumpy. All mascaras do that. Whatever you have at home, just put a little lavender essential oil.
Okay.
So,
I read a long time ago that they say not to pump the applicator in there because you dry it out.
you dry it out.
Because you're forcing air in there.
Yep.
I don't believe I've ever had anybody apply mascara to me, so I don't know how to do it.
I'm just gonna put a teeny bit on there, just enough to.
Oh, it smells good. Oh my gosh.
I'm left-handed here, so.
Okay. Just so funny because I'm so like weird when it comes to my eyes. Putting my own contact lenses in is a challenge. When you go to the eye doctor and they put that little puff of air in to test for glaucoma or whatever. Oh my gosh, I hate that. It's like, oh, when are you gonna do it? I'll hold my breath.
Oh, no.
So just so you know, I have been using the Sweet Crimson, and I love it. I just sold one yesterday because I tried it on for a customer because she said, you know, she'd been, I said it's really neutral, and so I reapplied, and she was like, yeah. You know, I have to tell you the things that I love about this is that it's not in the traditional lipstick shape, which when you think about it, you know, they give you that slant and then it ends up being flat anyway. my sister and I were at some meeting one time. I don't even remember what it was, but they asked all the women to get the lipsticks out of their purse and show the shape of their lipstick. It was funny. We teased my sister because hers was all kind of bent up crazy. But, you know, the people that were flat, I think mine was flat, but they're like, they would be like, oh, you're really intense, you know. But, you know, it's true, though. I think everybody's lipstick ends up flat ultimately anyway. So you might as well start out that way.
Yeah.
But I love how creamy it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And, you know, what I like about these is it's also very moisturizing.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm anxious to see this deeper shade
favorite
on me because I'm light skinned, but I want some drama.
There's over here. This is the, we call it Deep Roots.
Deep Roots.
And I have beetroot powder in this.
Okay.
So, but
and then there's also when do you recommend this? This is a fun product, right? Because it's rum and Coke.
Right. That's just more during the day or when you're out and about, just to have fun.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Just like a fun gloss.
Yeah, it's just kind of slides open and. Yeah.
All right. Now we're gonna add.
I have a feeling I'm gonna love this color, so I may end up just buying one. But
I love this. This is what I wear. It's my favorite so far.
And do you always apply it with a brush?
I normally don't.
Okay.
Because it's always in my purse, and I just whip it out.
Right.
And that's it. But you know, it's up to you. Some people.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, some people like are, you know, trying to draw more of a shape. Oh, what happened?
Here we go.
Okay. So you just applied lipstick. So, you know, the videographer forgot to charge the device. So, so you missed the application. But anyway, so this color is called Deep Roots.
Deep Root.
Right? Because I've been wearing the Sweet Crimson, which is a little lighter. So it's different for me to wear a darker shade. But I just looked in the mirror and I'm pretty happy with my results. I like that. I like the shadow. I like the eyeliner. It's very subtle. It's not over the top. And the other colors are just bright. So I feel like it's a good look. I really like the blush. I like everything. And my skin feels really good. And everything smells wonderful. So, yes, I'm pretty happy.
Good.
So please stop in. And so in the works, you have more products. So skincare and cleansers and all those good things to come. And we have brushes coming, and we don't know what all is coming, but I do know that I'm delighted with what's here, and you will be too. More colors for sure. More colors are coming.
More lipsticks.
Right.
More blush, eyeshadows. So
Girls like choices.
Absolutely.
and more shades for different skin tones as well. So stay tuned. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.